Good morning, guys. What's up? Good morning. Saturday, March the 6th, 2021. Happy game day. South Carolina taking on the Kentucky Wildcats. Tip-off slated for about an hour. Hope you're all doing well. We'll let everybody kind of file in here on a Saturday morning. In case you forgot, Gamecocks in Kentucky. Tip-off at noon. The makeup game, the last regular season game of the 2021 basketball season. Cheers to that, folks. Again, hope you guys are all doing well here on this Saturday, taking your questions, comments, calls. 843-790-3377, guys. That is 843-790-3377. You can text that number as well. Very excited to be chatting with you guys here on a Saturday. Let's see. Make sure, yes, the phone lines are open. 843-790-3377. I think this is the longest we've ever gone without a single comment. This is wild. I mean, we're a minute. Are you guys asleep out there? Anybody there? Is anybody there today? Is anybody there today? No, nobody's tuning into basketball. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody's in here. Austin Kane 17 says hungover. My friend, what's going on? I'm actually not. I know I may look it. I've been dealing with like I said, a little bit of a sore throat this week after that Clemson game. And I don't know, just been kind of a in and out deal. I took some, I think it's Alka-Seltzer last night. Just knocked me clean out, my guy. But, yeah. So, again, guys, hope you're all doing well. Todd Smith, what's going on? Zachary Mobley out here working. Hey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you tuning in. John Kruger, what's up? What's up? Like I said, I know it's a little bit of a sleepy Saturday. I'll be honest with you guys. It's crazy because we know how this basketball season, we all know how it's gone, right? It's no secret. Like, I'm so checked out with basketball that I damn near forgot to post the game day, like, GIF or game day video for today, announcing it was game day. Like, I literally, like, I'm that far removed from basketball. Let's go ahead and jump to the phone lines real quick. Hey, Phil, good morning. What's up, man?
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Just sipping on some coffee. Just, getting it going. Looking forward to the game. I guess that's what I'll say. Looking forward to it. Yeah. So.
Don't lie to us.
I mean, hey, one more to go. Like I told everybody on social media this week, I was like, you know what? We started this thing, man, and I just refuse to be like, to throw in the towel in regards to the pregame shows and everything. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to go down with the sinking ship, So that's the admirable thing to do.
I appreciate your dedication, man. A lot of people have just completely fallen off of basketball. I mean, I've tried not to think about it for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, it's just frustrating to think about.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
it is. It's upsetting to think about. This is a tournament talented team. I don't give a damn who says otherwise. That team should be making the NCAA tournament. We should be talking about men's basketball right now. Like, oh, okay, they're definitely in the top 64 in the nation that should be making the tournament, COVID or not. And that's why Frank is frustrating right now, is because even if they had COVID, the talent level on the team should have propelled them into the tournament this year.
Yeah.
Regardless of what happened with COVID, 3 months ago or whatever it was at this point. And what's scary is that what he has been able to accomplish at Carolina with like the defensive-minded approach that shuts down other teams, we haven't seen it a lot this year, which scares me. I wonder if he's lost the locker room. But again, nobody cares. It doesn't matter. So. It's another lost year in men's basketball. It's a lost year.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a built-in excuse. I mean, if you really want to be blunt and honest about it, we just, most everybody had to deal with COVID to some degree, and we just didn't respond the way we should have. I mean, really, if you really want to be honest about it, because, other teams have gotten COVID. It's not like South Carolina. I know it obviously hit us really, really hard, but, it's not like that South Carolina was the only team that had the problem. You know what I mean? So, South Carolina wasn't the only team that had to reschedule games. They weren't the only team that had to miss some practice time. So, again, you have to factor it all in. And really, the reason that, And like I said, I'll just be very blunt and honest and say, I mean, the reason that people like me and others probably aren't being nearly as critical and harsh as they would be normally is because, you're just deemed you're kind of an asshole if you are because of the COVID thing. Like you're labeled as you have no empathy, you have no sympathy for what they've gone through this year. You know what I mean? Like that label is put on you if you're anything but accepting kind of what happened this season. Which, whatever. I mean, like I said, I said this earlier in the year. It's like, hey, if you want to say what you want to say, it's fine. But the people are still getting paid. Their checks aren't affected by COVID. So, I mean, should we just not be playing? Should they not get paid? I mean, what do you want to do? So, it's unfortunate. It's really sad and unfortunate. Like you said, I mean, at minimum this season with the talent, South Carolina should have been a team like we at least would be saying, oh, they're on the bubble. I mean, at minimum should have been saying that. But just not even close.
Yeah, it's not even close. We're not in the conversation at all. And based on the results, we shouldn't be. What's weird is, like, if COVID is the answer to all the questions of why this team is underperformed, how did we beat Florida then?
Yeah.
I really wonder. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, listen, bro, I agree. I mean, you and I both remember that was the moment where I kind of said, okay, you can't lean on COVID anymore because we're not going to credit COVID for this win, are we? So, I mean, how much sense does it make to continue to lean on that as a crutch? And after that Florida game, you lost 6 straight games. So I definitely think I will say this, and it's, I'm hesitant to say something like this because I'm not behind closed doors and I don't know these guys individually. But just from my analysis and just from watching the games, like I definitely think leadership is a problem on this team. Like it has to be. It just has to be flat out. I mean, there's just no way if you had somebody like a Sindarius Thornwell in the locker room that play would just continue game after game after game and nothing would change. I mean, literally nothing.
Right.
So I don't know, man. And I don't know how you mold guys into leaders and, because I think there's guys like AJ Lawson and Bryant and Kusnard and there's other guys that have been here, Justin Minaya that have been here a bit that I think could be in that role and they just haven't evolved into those guys. And I thought Frank Martin actually kind of said it. I think he kind of said it in the last game that you lost to Arkansas by like 30 or whatever when he was saying selfish. The guys are selfish. There aren't any leaders. I mean, just bottom line, there aren't any leaders on this team. So I don't know how you address that, man. I don't know if you got to go get new players or if you – I don't know. I don't really know the answer, to be honest with you. So
what's scary is all of these guys are upperclassmen that you've listed. I mean, this is not their first year. You know what I mean? It's really disheartening is what it is.
Well, and it's kind of why, like I told you, man, or I said on here this week, I'm probably going to write an article or maybe do a show on it. Like, I really, honestly, like I said, if I was Frank Martin or if I was advising him, I'd probably walk away. Like, honestly, because again, as well as I do, Phil, that the goal and the expectation next year, you've said it yourself, you have to make the tournament. Bottom line, if you don't make the tournament, we're going to part ways. I don't know why Frank Martin would come back in that scenario. Like, because unfortunately in his tenure, I mean, the history has shown that more likely than not, that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like that almost feels at this point for this program right now, that almost feels like an unrealistic goal for next year. And I hate to say that, but I mean, dude, I think I've picked us to make the tournament every year since the Final Four. Like I think my preseason predictions, I've been like, this is going to be the team that gets back to the tournament. This team, this. So I'm like, going into next season, I'm not falling for the trap again. I'm like, nope, this is going to be a typical South Carolina basketball season. We're going to win some we shouldn't. We're going to lose some we shouldn't. We're going to fall somewhere right in the middle, and we're going to be maybe we squeeze in the NIT. Like that's going to be our season. So I don't know, and I don't know how anybody believes this team will be better next year. Like, at least talent wise, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know, man. I think Frank Martin I think he needs to. I mean, I want him to come back, but realistically, if we're talking selfishly for him, I wonder, does he sit down and kind of weigh his options and think real long and hard about his future? You know what I mean? So,
right.
I don't know.
I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think it's not in his makeup to give up.
Right.
I mean, I think he's kind of alluded to that in press conferences. This is what he's been doing for 35 years or whatever he said.
He's a basketball coach. That's what he does. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. What's interesting is, I'm a diehard. You're a diehard, obviously, with Carolina athletics. I was thinking I'm always talking to my old lady about planning out the timeline for the day in terms of what game is coming on when. And I completely forgot about the men's basketball team.
Well,
we got women's basketball at this time, and then we got baseball at this time. And I was like, oh, am I forgetting something?
Yeah. Well, in your defense,
No,
it is a makeup game, which I think that's the most intriguing part about this game is that, like, I mean, neither team is play. I don't know why this game got rescheduled. Like, I genuinely don't have a clue. Maybe it affects seeding in some way, but I mean, Kentucky's not playing for anything either. They're not going to the tournament. I mean, I don't know. It's weird, man.
And you know what's interesting? We have a history of being a thorn in Kentucky's side. So I would not be surprised if we won this game.
Yeah, it would definitely.
Really even though we are trash.
Yeah, it would.
We have a history of beating Kentucky.
It would go well with this wacky season for sure. It would certainly go well. So.
Totally. Yeah. All right, brother.
Yeah, Phil. Good stuff as always, man. I appreciate you.
Go Cox.
Yep, go Cox. Take care, man. Thanks. Yep, 843-790-3377, guys. Let's see. Just got a notification about Michael Jordan. 11-11, make a wish. Do you guys have any predictions for the games today? Any predictions? I've got 72-64 Kentucky. You know, like I said, my prediction, I think Carolina or Kentucky is historically bad. Carolina is just playing bad. Let's jump back to the phone lines here. Hey, John, what's up, man? Morning.
Good. To be honest, like, I know we got a basketball game here in like what, an hour?
Yeah, about 45.
Usually I don't. Yeah, I'm one of the biggest Gamecock fans out there. I'm just like totally like, I don't want to watch the game, but I'm just like so checked out on the basketball team.
Right.
And I usually don't say that, but I mean, I'm going to watch, but I'm just so checked out on them because it's baseball season. I don't know.
Well, and I'll say this too, by the way, just to make a point like that. I want to say to fans, that doesn't make you a bad fan. You know, I mean,
no, I know.
At the end of the day, I just know that some people, like, you know, on social media, they're like, you know, oh, real fans are here through thick and thin. And like, I don't disagree by any, like, whatever. But at the same time, it's like I said before, if you want to be really honest, football is a sport, you know, again, you play, it's a lot different of a dynamic too, because you play so many less games. It just moves the needle. People love football. So we could go 0-2. I mean, we saw it last year. I mean, we went 2-8 and we're still tuning in game after game after game, of course. Basketball and baseball, the reality is you got to have some semblance of a product. I mean, you don't have to be number one in the country, but my God, you got to be competitive. And when you stop being competitive, I don't blame fans, you know, that, you know, these are, you know, you're a person. These are people that have limited resources, limited time, limited energy. I don't blame them for not wanting to invest, you know, thinking about like the common fan today, whatever, you know what I mean? They wake up, they got their Saturday laid out in front of them. You know, maybe their friends invite them to brunch or go to lunch. I mean, are they going to turn that down to watch this basketball team? Like, come on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't blame them, you know? So, but I just want to make that point. Like, it doesn't make people bad fans to feel that way. And I mean, it's a product. We're all just a product we are a byproduct of what's going on the hardwood. It's a shame. It's a real damn shame, to be honest, but just the point we're at. So, you know, trust me, I feel it too, man. I feel it too. So, you know, right there with you.
No, yeah. I mean, I know we all feel that way. It's just frustrating I've said it a million times. It's just frustrating to watch this basketball team, and we probably have Kentucky today, and then probably one game in the tournament, SEC tournament. Yeah, probably. I mean, you know, assuming we lose, which I mean, I think that's a fairly safe assumption with this team. So, you know, we'll see. Who knows? I mean, this team's wacky. Yeah. We might steal one. It wouldn't shock me if we stole one in the tournament, because I think our first game would be against, like, we might play Vandy the first game, which I know they smacked us at their place, but I mean, who knows? Who knows? Who knows, man? Yeah, so. I know. And it's one other thing, the baseball game today, who's pitching? Because I know Thomas was yesterday.
Yeah, Brandon Jordan will get the start today.
Okay.
Yeah, Brandon Jordan will get the start.
I saw your tweet last night after, like, and it made perfect sense. Like, you said you go from the Clemson series where we're all on the edge of our seat both games.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about this. no disrespect to most, I'm sure they're a quality team, but it's just like you go to the ballpark, it's like a chill day.
Yeah, no, it was definitely an interesting. I'm not going to say like the hangover effect or anything because I thought our guys played hard, and I'm not questioning that. But again, it's just you go from opening weekend, which of course is opening weekend. We're all fired up to get baseball back, whatever. Clemson weekend, enough said. I mean, it's just intensity out the ears. And then you come into the park yesterday, and it just I don't want to say we like slept walk through the game because again, I think it was just a very workmanlike type of win, but it was really odd being there. And it's just like the vibe, because like this is kind of it's almost like in football when it's like we play, imagine if we played Georgia, I don't know, Georgia, Eastern Illinois, and then Clemson. And it's like that game in the middle where it's like we're just trying to get through. We don't want to look ahead, but at the same time, it's like we almost just can't help ourselves. That's kind of how I feel about this weekend. And I can say that from the fan side. Again, I don't think the team's thinking that way. I think they're just going about their business, trying to win baseball games, whatever.
Yeah.
But definitely from the fan perspective, it's like this is that series that falls between Clemson and Texas. You know what I mean? So it's like we're all kind of one eye on that Texas series next weekend. And, of course, you got to take care of your business this weekend, which, again, you got the win last night, very workmanlike. And I'd expect the Bats to wake up a little bit today. Again, it was just every baseball game, every really sporting event, but every baseball game has this, they all have their own vibe and own energy to it. I say baseball is a dance. I mean, really it is. There's a flow, there's a rhythm to the game, which is why I get so irritated when pitchers take forever to throw a pitch. It's like, hey, let's keep the tempo of this game moving, which is why, you like watching baseball at the MLB level so much because those games are like 2.5 hours because they keep it moving. It's precision. But yeah, that game it was early on. It felt dead. I'll be honest. It just felt very dead. But, it's to be expected, man. You go from playing your arch rival at home. You feel like everything's on the line to, again, like you said, all due respect to Mercer. They were picked to finish second in the SoCon. I think they got a good ball club, but way different vibe. But, again, I think today on a Saturday, I think that I think the Bats will come alive and you got a chance to go win a series. And, I mean, I thought about this yesterday too, man, is that when I was thinking that sitting in my seat, I looked out on the field and I thought about those guys. And I'm like, dude, if I could say anything to those guys, I'd be like, because I played college baseball, obviously not at South Carolina, but I'd just say, you never take for granted a day you get to put on the uniform because one day you won't get to put it on anymore. Mm-hmm. So that should be motivation enough. And I'm sure it is for those guys, motivation enough to go hard every single day. Don't take a single pitch for granted. Don't take a single inning for granted, a single game. So, like I said, I think we'll come out today and handle business. I trust our leadership, and we got veteran guys that business-like approach. I think we'll do it. And I'd expect us to take the series today. So I'm really excited to watch Brandon Jordan.
Yeah, I was like you saying. I don't think the team feels like this is a chill weekend because they got to go out.
It's just from the fan side. I mean, just
from the fan side is what I was. The fan. You go to the games this weekend's kind of a.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot different vibe. That's a good thing. I tell you, I don't think I could do what I did last weekend every weekend with my heart was about to jump out of my chest. So, I mean, I'm gonna be back to being stressed next weekend when we play Texas. So I don't know if you saw what Texas starting pitcher did last night, but we got our hands full next Friday. He had 14 strikeouts. So that's going to be a hell of a game. It's going to be a hell of a series. I can't wait. But first, obviously, want to watch the boys handle business today and tomorrow. So.
No, yeah. So we're going there next weekend, but then they're coming to us next weekend.
Yeah,
I mean next year.
Next year, yeah, they're going to come here next year. So yeah,
that'll be. Yeah, I mean, like Mark Kingston said on Twitter, it took like a decade plus to get them back.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun for sure. I can't wait for it.
No, yeah, it'll be different. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna watch this basketball game, but I'm not gonna lie. If we're behind by, I'm gonna say it. Well, let it go. If we're behind by 20, second half, I might not even watch the rest of it. If we're behind by 20 in the second half, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. We're all in this thing together, bro. Either way, so.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So.
All
right, man. Hey, I appreciate the call as always, brother.
All right, no problem.
All right, take care, man. Yep, good stuff. 843-790-3377. 843-790-3377, guys. Todd Smith says, I'm going to get my Homies Hate Mike Bobo shirt for my wife for me, but I couldn't find the female sizes. So I actually didn't make it in a female t-shirt if you want. Those shirts are kind of unisex, but I mean, if you want a specifically female shirt, I could make one. So just let me know, and if you want that, I can get it made for you. William Richardson missed players like Silva and Coates are. Don't we all, my friend? Don't we all? Don't we all? Joey McClinton, do you have any idea who's pitching Thursday at Clemson? Who plays Thursday at Clemson? Because I know we don't. Remind me about did I miss a game or something? Also, guys, a quick reminder. Tonight, South Carolina women's at 6 o'clock taking on the Tennessee Volunteers. What a game that's going to be. We're going to have an article go out in less than 10 minutes right after we get off of here in regards to recapping last night's game against Alabama, the Gamecocks, obviously advancing to the semifinals. This one to go to the championship, probably take on Texas A&M again. So, this one, of course, a rematch, Carolina, Tennessee. Chandler Bryant says, good Thursday, time for some baseball and drag racing, good Saturday. I mean, yeah, I was wondering, I was like, why are we talking about Thursday? See, we got a text on the text line. It says, what's up, Chris? We do have a history beating Kentucky, but if we're going to have a chance of winning this year, we're going to have to play absolutely phenomenal on both sides of the floor. My prediction for the baseball game, South Carolina 5, Mercer 2. I think we'll score more than 5 today. I think and more so South Carolina 8, Mercer 4. Yeah, I think we're going to score more than 5 today. It wouldn't shock me if we got into double digits. I think the Bats will wake up today. I really do. I think the Bats will wake up. Todd Smith, yeah, like I said, they're basically unisex. So if you get the extra small, that should do it. That should do it. Let me know, though. I'd be more than happy to help any way I can, my friend. So I just appreciate the love and support on the merch. I appreciate that sincerely. For the 20 people that are in here, I want to show you guys this. I had my guy make this graphic last night. I'm going to throw it on a t-shirt, but I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. We made the Reapers of Souls shirts. We made the Reapers of Souls shirts. I don't know if I can. Let's see. Can I pull it up where you guys can actually? Here we go. So we made the Reapers of Souls shirts with 2 sluggers on it. I won't say their names because that kind of defeat the point. But I want to make this shirt as well for Gamecocks baseball. Let's see. Let me know what you guys think. How you like that? I know you probably can't see the bottom, but it says Fear the Reaper. And it'd just be like a South Carolina baseball shirt. What do you guys think about that? I think just make it in black. Like, this is just going to be a black t-shirt, Fear the Reaper. We'll have the Spurs Up Show logo on the back. Dakota Lee Center Fight, thank you so much. Hope you're having a great Saturday as well, my friend. Todd Smith, have you heard anything else about stadium capacity? No, I have not. I would expect they're going to try to do full capacity, but we'll see. Again, guys, let me know what you think about that graphic. I'm thinking I'm going to throw it on a t-shirt. Thinking I'm going to throw that on a black t-shirt. It just fits in well with Gamecocks baseball and what they're doing, and obviously the little thing, the weapon they have after each guy hits a home run. I think it'd be really cool. So I'm thinking we'll probably release that today. So maybe Monday. I don't want to jinx anything this weekend with the series. So John Gibbs, I must say I was highly surprised at how good they hit far yesterday. I guess that was one lucky situation where hitting competed or outdid pitching. Small teams like to perform against the big boys, though. I thought Farr threw well. The thing I like about Thomas Farr, did he give up some hits? Sure. He didn't give up anything that was scorched, though. Farr's a guy, though, he's going to attack the zone. So he's going to give up some hits every now and then. And, a couple of their hits were just simple as he threw a fastball and they just put the barrel on it and it was a ground ball at the middle. I mean, you can live with that. You know what I mean? It's not like he was getting tattooed all over the field. So, and I thought Farr threw really well. I definitely think, and Mark Kingston said it after the game, I thought the lulls in that game late really kind of derailed his start. But I have no concerns with Thomas Farr. The stuff is there. He's filthy. He's nasty. He's a big time guy. He's a big time guy for us. No, Joey, May the 11th is when we'll play that third Clemson game. So it's not for quite a while, my friend. May the 11th. So, yeah, not March the 11th, May the 11th. Yeah. Yep. May the 11th. And that is on a Tuesday. So, that is on a Tuesday. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Gamecocks taking on the Kentucky Wildcats at noon. Tip off at noon. Should be a fun one. We'll see what happens, man. I got Kentucky winning the game 72-64. Again, I wonder over under. Are there going to be over under 20 Carolina fans watching this game today? I think most people are just so done, man. It is what it is. I can't blame them. I cannot blame them. Cannot blame them at all. Packed day, though. We got basketball at noon, baseball at 4, and then women's basketball at 6. So, Austin Kane 17 says, "What do you think? What do you mean? What do I think about what? What do I think about what? Be specific here." I think a lot of things about a lot of things. We'll put it that way. Let's see. Excuse me, guys. Retrick Smith, 72-64. You have way more faith than me, my guy. I will watch, however, I really don't know why. Morbid curiosity. Well, the spread is 7 or 8, I think. So, I mean, it'd be right there on the spread. Kentucky's not good either, but, we're bad. We're bad. There's no question. So, I don't know. The greatest pillow fight in the SEC. Austin Kane, 17. Does Mercer pull it closer today, or do we pull away more? I think we pull away more. I think we'll score more. So, John Gibbs would rather our pitchers throw strikes and the other team earn it than walks. Walks are unacceptable. I get it's going to happen occasionally, but I can't stand a team getting a key run on a walk. Yeah, I agree with you. And especially, a couple times yesterday, you had 4 pitch walks, and that just can't happen. An uncompetitive walk, like you said, I can live with a guy battles and you go to 3-2 and you throw a good pitch and it just misses and whatever. He wins a battle, fine. But you throw 4 straight balls. And Thomas Farr knows that. All pitchers. This isn't something like there's pitchers out there that don't know that. You're at that level. You know that. And sometimes you just lose it. Sometimes you just flat out lose it for a guy and it doesn't make sense and you got to really lock in, but can't let it happen, especially leadoff walks, 2-out walks. They always tend to score. So got to find a way to limit it. No question. But yeah, again, guys, hey, thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's not a huge crowd. I know people are checked out for basketball, but I do want to say thank you to the faithful few that tune in. Again, I just really took pride in the fact that, you know what? We started this thing. I started the season doing pregame and postgame shows. And, I refuse to be the guy that's just going to check out and throw in the towel and act like, oh, the season's it's just not happening. It's over. Like, you know what? I'm going down with the ship. We all signed up for this at the beginning of the season. So it is what it is. And I appreciate you all tuning in, showing love, support. Honestly, it means the world. Gamecock fans, TSUS fans are the absolute best. So Thank you guys so much. Again, I'm going to run, guys. Tip off in 30 minutes. Gamecocks taking on Kentucky. We'll go live for about 10 minutes or so post game, and this should bleed, honestly, right into first pitch for baseball at 4 o'clock. So, again, guys, thank you so much. Let's find a way. Go Cox. Let's beat Kentucky. Why not? Why not? Crazier shit has happened. Let's find a way. Let's go beat the Cats and follow along on social media. We'll be talking about the game the entire time, of course. But, yeah, for me, signing off. Go Cox. Beat Kentucky.